Hello and welcome, guys. My alias is Apron, and today on Guide2Gather I'm going to be helping you understand the most important and time-consuming part of carrying out a pen test or any type of hacking-related project, right? This is the most important step, reconnaissance. How much information do you have and can you gather to help simplify whatever you're doing, right? The more information, the better. There's no limit on this, right? Just gather stuff even though you might think it's useless. There's plenty of times where I thought something was useless, didn't copy it down, and I have to waste more time on finding it and going back and finding it. But we have some definitions to get through first, right? Internet. Most of you have heard of it, and you wouldn't be watching this video if you did not know what internet was. But just go over it, what it really means. It's a global network of all interconnected computers based on dedicated routers and servers so we can all communicate with each other. All right, everybody is connected so we can share information and communicate with each other. Next, we have a port. It's a communication point. There's different rules and regulations. Moving on to protocol, different requirements, rules, regulations to communicate with each other. And these two are kind of interconnected on what they do, right? Different ports align with different protocols. Like port 80 aligns with the HTTP protocol, and that's the protocol you use to communicate with websites, right? We have the port 21, which is FTP, which is file transfer protocol, which is downloading and transferring files. We have 22, SSH for secure shell, remotely accessing another computer or server from a different location. We have port 25, SMTP, which is simple mail transfer protocol. That's how you obtain all your mail and send it, everything like that. Moving on, we have a MAC address, right? It's the unique physical address assigned to you. Every computer has it, every phone has it, laptop. Anything connected to the internet has MAC address. Now, do I think it's a good idea to go off of a MAC address, right? Like I said, it's unique, but it can be changed very, very easily. I just want to go over this. We're going to open up a terminal. If you type ipconfig if you're on Windows, or you type ifconfig on Linux, you can see, and this is going to vary for our Windows, so you'll have to try and look for something that looks similar to this. Now, this is what a MAC address looks like. There's 6 sections in a MAC address. It's hexadecimal, so it's a combination of letters and numbers. And this is what a MAC address looks like. It's supposed to be unique for everybody, but it can be changed very, very easily, and I want to show you that. Right? There's a program on Linux, more specifically Arch Linux, which is called Mac Changer. Right, and it's very, very simple, and we'll just set a random MAC address to this interface. And as you can see, this is our new MAC address. And if we do a ifconfig, I now have that MAC address, and everyone will see this MAC address even though it's not linked with me. So it's very, very unsecure to go off of a MAC address, but it was supposed to be secure in the first place. Moving on, we have the web search engine. The web search engine is a software application named a spider or crawler, and basically it goes all over the internet and the web and indexes websites that support this, crawlers and spiders, and it provides information based on what the user searches. A lot of these websites aren't programmed properly to accept crawlers or spiders, so when you search for something, a website will not show up. And it's very, very simple to not make a website show up, and that's where most of the internet lies. It's called the deep web. All of the early internet, a lot of it's stored on there because it was just the beginning, and we didn't get into the search engines weren't coming out then. So a lot of the internet is not available on a search engine. Moving on, I want to talk about accessing the OSINT. That's the open source intelligence, right? What information can you gather that's already been gathered from other people, and you can just simply copy it and save it so you can view later. News sites, right? Major news vendors like CNN, Fox, they have radio stations, TV, but they also have websites that present daily information. You also have individual news vendors that only have websites, and they provide specific information and etc. So a lot of information can be gathered from corporations, what they're doing, maybe important people. A lot of global stuff can be gathered from news sites. It's very general. More specifically, we can get into blogs, right? User-created blogs. They express views or present information based on what they know. You can gather a lot of information from people's blogs. What they think, how they think like. You can predict passwords from blogs. There's so many different options you can do with blogs. You really have to be careful what you post on the internet, because a lot of pieces can be put together. They can just slip through your mind. Moving on, we have corporate sites, right? Corporate websites. Every major corporation now has a website. And now there's just corporations and industries that just run off of websites. They don't have an actual site or office space. Could just be at home, right? And a lot of information is on those. Tons of it. Phone numbers, who works there, email addresses, locations, maybe the system they're using, updates. What's happening. Maybe someone just got fired and they want revenge. Moving on, we have social media intelligence. And this is a very, very big part. This is probably the biggest source of information, because almost everybody has a social media account. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. There's tons of them. Even dating sites. You can find locations, real-life friends, similar interests, maybe jobs they worked at, who their parents, friends, everything is on there, and people post on a daily basis. Moving on, I want to talk about the advanced search engine, right? The advanced search engine is what can I find about first, last name, company, the size, location, phone numbers, country, relationship, postal code or zip code, job position, school. It's either past or present. What language you speak, the years of experience in your job, what interests do you have, what's your fortune, the groups that you're associated with, the past companies, parents, friends. And then I want to ask a question, is how many websites have you put information related to you on? And this includes passwords that you use commonly. And then I want you to search up on your favorite search engine how many websites are hacked every day. And it's just an astonishing number every day. I think the number that I searched up now that people are giving me is 30,000 every day. And all of this is just released after. A lot of it. And it's all public. For example, PlayStation, 77 million accounts compromised, email addresses, first and last name, credit card numbers, social security numbers maybe. What games are they interested in, everything. A 2008 says $1 trillion are stolen. 73% of all Americans have been a cyber victim. That's a very, very high number. We have a 2009 stat here of 1.9 million zombie computers, which are basically computers that are taken over by somebody else. And these guys make roughly 100,000 to 200,000, 100, 200K a day on just these zombie computers doing whatever they want to do. Take down websites, mine, search for information, spread, whatever they want to do, right? And this is just crazy how much information is available on the internet. looking at all these stats, it's just you can find anything about anyone. You just have to know how to search. And nobody really teaches you how to search because, nobody wants to teach someone else how to find these scary information that you don't want to reveal to other people. But I want to give you guys the next video peek. This is a very basic video. I just want to get over the definitions, spark some interest. But in the next video, we're going to go over people searching, business and corporation searching, reverse username and email searching, how to format everything. I'm going to be going over different formats to help organize your information on whatever pen test you're doing or whatever you want to do relating to hacking. But thanks again, guys, for watching. Subscribe for more, like, comment. If you have any questions about this video, email me or comment below. Be sure to include, if you're emailing me, be sure to include what video you have questions on. But thanks again, guys. We'll see you in the next video.